Dave Elswick Show, KARN, about 20 minutes till 4 o'clock. Majority Leader in the house. Whoop, whoop, yeah. Whoop. Bruce Westerman is here. And, Bruce, thanks for coming by. I thought you were going to be joining us by phone. I didn't realize that you're going to be here in person, or I would have wore something more fitting. I wouldn't have wore my bathing suit.
I don't know how to
We're
respond
glad
to
you didn't tell him in person. We're
I'm glad
you,
to be
yes.
here. Yeah.
Woo!
You let me know if you're going to wear your bathing suit.
I will. I will tell you next
call
time.
in.
I did not wear my.
I will phone in.
Luckily for you, I did not wear my Speedo. Okay, you're a lucky
He's
boy.
got his Spanx
He wore
on,
his
though.
bikini today.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Hey, caller called and said this meeting coming up about Obamacare, $4 million to be spent on advertising to sell Obamacare to Arkansans. She wanted to know what you felt about it, and, do we have enough people on that committee to stop it?
Well, first, what I feel about it is we have at least one solid no vote on the committee, and I assume there are going to be quite a few more.
Is that you?
Yeah, I will definitely vote no on that. I'm reminded of trying to sell ice cubes to an Eskimo. Who really wants this anyhow? And we're going to spend $4 million to market it and try to make people want it. So that's. We've got to draw the line. I think we've already drawn the line, but the line keeps getting stepped over.
Yeah, and I was talking with Val earlier, last half hour. She mentioned every time she went to YouTube this weekend, before the YouTube started, there was the Arkansas commercial for Obamacare, and that you needed to go and sign up on the exchange.
I haven't seen that one yet, but
it's all. Do you know about the Health Connect, Arkansas Health Connect, or something? It's your responsibility. It's the same one that runs on the television, and it was every stinking video that I clicked on.
And Bruce, I was showing you the McDonald's brochure. One of my listeners who works at McDonald's has been told that next year he only gets 29 hours a week. He can't have any more, and that's what he. He always worked more, and they'd allow him to because there's people don't show up and things of that nature. And then if you look inside, there's a section that explains from McDonald's that their insurance will go away on January 1 because they have a maximum amount on their insurance. You can only go to a certain amount of insurance, and then there's no more. And of course, on January 1. Because of Obamacare, that any kind of lid on the top goes away, and so their insurance going away. So they basically told their workers, "We won't have insurance for you."
Yeah, Dave, and this is the part of Obamacare that it bothers me, the things that are happening with medical care and the way this directly affects the medical community. But the way this affects the business community and our economic freedom, I think, is even a bigger travesty than what it's doing to the medical community. I'm running for Congress. I've been going around visiting with a lot of business people, from Fortune 500 companies to small businesses. And the stories that I'm hearing are not very encouraging. When I hear businesses talk about the decisions they're looking at are, do we cut our employees back below 30 hours? Or another businessman told me that, I've got a lot of capital I would like to invest in my business. It's sitting in the bank. There's no way I'm going to invest in my business right now with the economic climate we're in and with this healthcare law out there. Those aren't the kind of business decisions that people should be looking at. We should be looking at how to grow business, how to expand, how to produce more, how to become more efficient and more effective in our operations. Not how do we scale back, how do we avoid investing in our business because the business climate is so bad. And that's what Obamacare is bringing us on the economic side. And it's using the word destroying economic freedom, it sounds pretty bold, but that's what I'm seeing as I talk to people. And it's the more I'm convinced we need to repeal it, we need to get rid of it.
Now, Scott, do we still have that segment with the president? Do you have that available? Okay, I want to play something from the president yesterday. and I played it for my listeners. And while we wait for that, let me bring something else up to you. This is on a state level and not on a national level, being the majority leader. And that is this thing about the teachers and the workers at the schools and their health care. And the majority of my listeners are saying, what about us too? I mean, all of our health care is going through the ceiling, and they're talking about, bailing out what's going on in the school system. What about us as well? And that they don't believe that the government should be bailing out, the teachers and the cafeteria workers and the bus drivers and all the rest of them. And I know that, there's some people who don't like to hear the word bailout, but to give more money from the government to keep their system going when, in fact, everybody's having to put up with this stuff.
Yeah, the Affordable Care Act is anything but affordable. I've yet to meet somebody that said, hey, my insurance is going down next year. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about the increase in premiums. It's more for some, less for others. I've heard everything from 20% to 60 or 70% increases.
Some cases we've heard 400%.
Yeah, and there was a report that came out last winter that talked about insurance premiums were going to go up. I think it averaged 44 or 47% in Arkansas. And we're seeing that now, and people are starting to realize this is what Obamacare is bringing. This is the reality of this terrible law that we've been talking about for so long.
All right, so now let me ask you the question that I keep putting out there. Was this nothing more than a Trojan horse that the Democrats knew that this is what was going to happen to force us into a single-payer system?
Yeah, I think what they've wanted all along is a single-payer system. Now, from their own words, they had to pass it to find out what was in it. But we're finding out what was in it, and everything is pushing us more towards a single-payer system to require more reliance on the government, creating a larger centralized government, governing from the top down, and it's taking our rights away from us.
Yeah, it is a freedom issue. People don't realize it yet.
Very much
a big
freedom
issue.
Right.